Welcome to the balance assessment video. So if you are on the video sections and you're wondering how do I get to the balance assessments, you should have watched the intro or just follow me on the left-hand side. You'll see elementary pacing guides, all grades. And as you can see, this was a huge undertaking by the AVRCE math team, so shout out to all of them. But our math team has created balance assessments for every unit, every grade. So I'm going to talk a bit about how these are laid out. There's two ways you can find them. They're linked right here. If you click on the pacing guide, you'll see that underneath those linked curriculum outcomes, it's also available there. So I'm going to use, again, grade 3, unit 7 as an example. So I'm going to click here to access the balance assessment template. And everyone starts off like this. The purpose of the assessment, so pre, self, formative, and summative assessment. Assessment should always be going on in your classroom. You should be knowing where your kids are at through conversation, observation, products. Obviously, these assessments have been balanced based on knowledge, application, analysis questions. I'll highlight where that's available for each one of the questions. And just quick reminders of some other things. So each one starts off with kind of the detailed list of the outcomes. You can click on that. It's like a little checkbox for the specific outcomes you're teaching. Is your class there, not there? So you can have a look at that. And then obviously the key outcomes that this unit, this sample assessment plan covers. So here you'll find many links. Again, shout out to the team. This was a huge undertaking. It's been looked over many times, debated. So have fun looking through these. But basically, it's broken up into 3 sections. We have pre-assessment. Sometimes it's just a show what you know slideshow. So it could be some interview questions. It could be a product. It could be accounting collections. So I'm just going to click on this as an example. But you'll be taken to a slideshow. And this could be more of an interview. You could print one of these off, but basically it talks about the problems. Each one of these activities, games, pre-assessment always says what your students should be, what you should expect to see your students doing. And then kind of teacher prompting questions. What can you ask to dive deeper or get some more evidence on your students with regards to that specific task? So for this pre-assessment, you can see there's different tasks. This could be whole group, this could be individual, it's up to you. But you can just print these slides off. Another example for this one is we have a placemat, so this could be a whole class. You can click on here and it has kind of a show what you know pre-assessment for grade 3 unit 5. Again, it's up to you. You could cut these up. You could give it as a 11 by 17 placemat for your students to solve as you kind of rotate around the classroom and make observations. So there's many different varieties of pre-assessments for every unit. We have them, so take a look at them. You'll also find here different activities you can use throughout the unit. Now, that being said, this isn't the only thing you should go to. The curriculum guide's a great place. There's a lot of other questions there. There's a lot of good mentor texts, ask your math coach in your class. But basically, our math team is divided into performance-based tasks, games, exit slips, and then sometimes you'll see these kind of additional assessment tasks that you can use. Again, you should be assessing throughout all of these activities, not hitting every student every time, pick a few to assess, but I'll use some performance-based tasks just as an example. So again, these are all laid out the same. They all talk about the unit, how to use these, and then they're divided into, this is a task, it's called reach for it. The math team has said this is an analysis task. Again, you might debate, it's maybe application. Again, you'll see here that we have everything broken up into the 3 columns of questions. So just a quick synopsis of what the activity is, any links for cards or anything you need, what you're expecting students to see, and kind of those prompting questions. And then this is the actual activity. Everything's linked up. You can just click on it. It'll take you to that link to print the cards or to print the activity. And again, as I said, this is for everything. We have it for games. So this one has 2, some have 3 to 5 games, but they're all around that unit, that specific outcome. So this is make it true or tally. It talks about the game. There's a link to the game board, success criteria, teacher questions, and then there's a little like picture here that you can use to kind of have a look at what that looks like. And again, it's all linked up to help you find out where your students are at, where they need to go. And one more thing I'll highlight is the exit slips. So here are some exit slips for grade 3 unit 7. Again, tells you how to use it. And like I said before, always broken into here's our outcome, this is the task, it's analysis, this is the synopsis, here's success criteria, teacher questions, and you can literally print these off, give them to your students as an exit ticket. Obviously, look into it before you start planning. Does this align with what you're teaching? Is it congruent with what you're teaching? And it will help you get evidence on next steps for your students. So that's just a quick video on those balance assessments. Take your time, look through them. But as I said, for every grade, every unit, we have balance assessments available to support you with your teaching for that unit. Take care. Happy mathing.